Hello and welcome to another Good Black News Power Shot. I'm Dena Crowder. I run the Power Lab, and my job is to help you activate your power. Today, we are talking about the most important election in our lifetime and what you can do right away to cut through all the confusion, gain clarity, amplify your power, and use it for good. Now, I know a lot of you think I'm exaggerating about the importance of this election. Let me tell you, lean on in, because it's not about the next 4 years. It is about the next 40 plus. And it's not about Joe Biden and Donald Trump. It is about the total direction that this country and the world is going to take. The outcome of this election is going to have dramatic consequences for your everyday life, whether you realize it or not. Many people have told me, Dena, it doesn't matter who wins the election because my life is going to just go on pretty much as it has. No, it won't. If you have any illusion about life being able to change in an instant, may I remind you about a little thing called COVID. Life can change in the blink of an eye. The outcome of this election will affect you, and if you are a Black American, I guarantee it will have an outsized effect on you, your children, and your children's children. Look, I get it. Personality is exciting. Policy is boring. Scandals are exciting. Supreme Court decisions and filling out the census, not so much. Yet those are the actions that move the levers of power. We have so many distractions between Netflix and TikTok and clickbait and an endless barrage of items deliberately placed in your inbox to paralyze you. It is hard to tune out the deafening noise. But we need to. And it's also hard to know who to believe and what to do. So that's why I'm sharing my 3-point prescription for this election cycle. Number 1, we have got to get out of denial. Laws can be changed. Many of us assumed that the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was in fact now a right. And boy, were we wrong. Because in 2013, an essential part of that law that guaranteed universal right to vote was struck down, making it much, much harder for Black and brown people to vote in many places. Our ancestors were maimed for trying to learn to read and lynched for trying to vote. And right now, even though universal voting is the law of the land, technically, in many places, it's not being practiced. So the least we can do is show up to vote and register everybody we know to vote too. Which brings me to number 2. Keep your eyes on the prize. There is no perfect, uncorrupted, ideal candidate. Do not get caught up in that. This is not a popularity contest. Do not get caught up in the cult of personality or even likability. It doesn't matter when you consider what is at stake. Whoever wins this election is going to set the tone for the direction that we take on every single issue facing Black Americans. We're talking prison, we're talking police, we're talking human rights, we're talking civil rights, we are talking health care and housing. So prioritize what really matters and vote the bigger picture. Number 3, you are the solution. Do not expect this election to solve everything. It won't. This is going to be a long road. I know some of you do not want to hear that, but it's the truth. We are at a critical point And we're being called to get up off the sidelines and take action to reduce suffering of Black people everywhere and of all people. Because let me tell you, as the souls of Black folk go, so goes the soul of this nation and the world. So here's what you can do right now. Go to vote.org. Scroll down to see when the deadline is for voter registration in your state. Make sure you're registered. Please do not take for granted that you are. 2, consider volunteering. I volunteered before and it was incredible. 3, make sure everybody you know is registered to vote. And I mean everybody. Family, friends, neighbors, social media contacts. 4, announce on social media or by email that you are willing to drive people to the polls. And lastly, do not give up. In your area, there may be lines or other impediments. Keep your eyes on the prize. For Black Lives to Matter, we have to show up. Yes, even if it's hard or inconvenient, we have to show up to be counted. We have to act as if we matter. Because despite any #fake news you may have heard, you are powerful, you matter, and you can make a difference. And that is today's Power Shot.